Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Cobb. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down inside the 30. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Beats have taken the early lead. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 6-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Parker. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
That's interference. Defense.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting there.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
And to give this time to the tailback. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
It's complete to Parker, left side. Back to throw, Stafford. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Beats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Good open field tackling there, a 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Cobb. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Good footwork at the 30. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. 3-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneers. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Cobb. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. He finds Robinson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Hands it off out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Down to the 25. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Cobb. That's complete to Robinson. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Beats are able to widen their advantage.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Bucs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, Cobb. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cobb.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cobb firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll make this a 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the
one-sided first half. What will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. From the 30 on second down, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And that is incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They run a draw here on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb, he finds his man, complete. It's Glover. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Cobb.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
From the gun on third down. Cobb. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. From the gun on third down. Cobb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Looking to throw. Cobb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Cleveland to return from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. But just like you said, they've got the lead. Don't do anything silly. Run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Cleveland will hold on to it, and they will start the drive at the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I don't know what the heck he was doing.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Cobb. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cobb. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Second down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Cobb. Man open is Robinson. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Beats are able to stretch out their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford on first down. Able to shake him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Bucs on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Cobb. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Cobb. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Beats look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Stafford. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Stafford. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he completes this to Sutton. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing is Stafford. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks through the contact. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
136 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now they try the right side here. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Now a handoff looking right. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 29. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Looking to throw. Cobb. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Fighting to step, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Back to throw. Cobb. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And his kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and 2, Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Stafford. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st down at Stafford. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Brooklyn, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week.